River Navigation Electronics Training is brought to you by Sailing Toucan and narrated by Captain Farmer. Captain and Mate Farmer have years of experience, both inland and offshore, recreational and commercial, to share with you. We're currently refurbishing and upgrading a 29-foot Catalina sailboat on the Tennessee River near Knoxville, Tennessee. All of us use some form of GPS-based land navigation, and more cars come pre-equipped, and there are numerous smartphone apps available. Land GPS uses defined roads, but there are no roads at sea. By now, you probably don't have to read the complete manual for each new device. You also probably use your device frequently, so you learn, and others may suggest new things for you to try. Things are different aboard. You need some training to be able to take full advantage of all the many plotter capabilities. America's Boating Club, formerly United States Power Squadrons, see americasboatingclub.org, and then learn, have online courses for planning your cruise, AIS electronics for boaters, and how to use your GPS. If you're a sailor, power boater, or pontoon boater, we have courses for you. Click on Find a Club near you and make contact for more comprehensive courses for the public and for members. We can order course materials for you and help you if you need any assistance. One course with a lot of interest is our electronic navigation course that introduces GPS technology from the most basic receiver to chart plotter systems for navigation. It covers the process of navigating by establishing waypoints and routes and then running the planned courses. Electronic charting software for the desktop computer is examined with creation of waypoints and routes on the desktop and then download to your onboard GPS unit. Despite differences among various manufacturers' offerings, a thorough discussion of features is being made available in this course. The electronic navigation course pays special attention to apps for tablets and smartphones that can provide electronic navigation functionality at the helm for relatively little cost. Students should be familiar with basic charting concepts such as latitude, longitude, compass, course plotting, and time, speed, distance calculations to get the most out of this course. This course assumes you know how to navigate and teaches electronics as a way to simplify navigation. The electronic navigation course has chapters on navigation by establishing waypoints and routes, running the planned courses, electronic charting software for the desktop computer, tablet and smartphone apps that provide electronic navigation function at the helm, and their hands-on exercises on a PC that simulates GPS functions, using charting software and a chart plotter emulator, and an overview of AIS. Electronic navigation text is a 200-page book, but we need to remember that for students to get the benefit of the course, They need knowledge in latitude, longitude, compass, plotting, time, speed, distance calculations. If you're not conversant with these skills, we suggest you take the piloting course first. The electronic navigation course covers handheld GPSs all the way to networked chart plotters. Appendices in the electronic navigation course cover latitude and longitude, buying a GPS, acronyms, useful references, glossary, position plotting sheet, the instructor CD, automatic identification systems like those shown here, and Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, and satellite communications. The piloting course is the first course in a sequence of USPS courses on navigation covering the basics of coastal and inland navigation. This course focuses on navigation as it's done on recreational boats today and embraces GPS as a primary navigation tool while covering enough traditional techniques so the student will be able to find his or her way even if their GPS fails. The course includes many in-class exercises, developing the student's skills through hands-on practice and learning. Normally 10 classes of 2 hours each are used for the presentation of this course. Chapters in the piloting course include charts and their interpretation, navigation aids and how they point to safe water, plotting courses and determining direction and distance, the mariner's compass and converting between true and magnetic, use of GPS, typical GPS displays and information they provide, setting up waypoints, routes, and staying on the GPS routes, pre-planning safe courses and entering them into the GPS, monitoring progress and the determined position by both GPS and traditional techniques such as bearings and dead reckoning, and the seaman's eye, simple skills for checking that one is still on course properly. The piloting text is a 110-page course and assumes no significant prior knowledge of marine navigation. It's applicable to both the inland and offshore boater. It'll give you basic knowledge of electronic and traditional navigation methods. Piloting covers basic items from handheld GPSs to chart plotters and also includes using dividers and course plotters in paper chart plotting. The piloting course focuses primarily on newer GPS equipment and how to use waypoints, routes, and staying on those routes. Piloting also covers pre-planning safe courses and entering them into your GPS. It covers monitoring your progress and determining your position by both GPS and traditional techniques such as bearings and dead reckoning. Free OpenCPN software is used in all advanced navigation courses and should be learned before you attempt the course. After piloting and electronic navigation, the next logical course is advanced piloting. It continues to build on coastal and inland navigation skill, allowing the student to take on more challenging conditions, unfamiliar waters, limited visibility, and extended cruises. Again, GPS is embraced as a primary navigation tool, while adding radar, chart plotters, and other electronic navigation tools. As with piloting, the AP course includes many in-class exercises, advancing the student's skills through hands-on practice and learning. Normally 10 classes of 2 hours each are used for this course. The chapters in advanced piloting are a review of skills learned in piloting, advanced positioning techniques such as advancing a line of position, other electronics, radar, depth sounders, autopilots, chart plotters, laptop computer software, and so forth. Hazard avoidance techniques using electronic keep-out zones are covered, as is collision avoidance using radar and GPS. You can also work with tides, clearances, depth, effects of current, plotting with wind and currents, and once again the seaman's eye. Advanced Piloting course is a 160-page book and adds to your navigation skill set. It includes advanced topics and introduction to other navigation tools, and it covers tides and currents for the coastal cruiser. Most chart plotters have similar functionality across different brands, and their functions will be discussed. Depth sounders can be used to confirm your position, watch for shallowing water, or to follow a safe depth contour. Recreational boat radar is invaluable at night, in crowded areas, and in fog. Especially Simrad and Lowrance, with their low-power digital spread spectrum radars, are useful on recreational vessels. Traditional techniques are covered with dividers for distance measurement, latitude and longitude location, and course plotters for angular measurement. Here, 122-degree course is being measured. Paper plotting is covered as a backup method and also for longer distance cruises and course following. If you're planning a long cruise, it's much easier to use a paper chart and then transfer the information to your GPS. Logbooks are briefly covered for recreational boating for record keeping. You can log your trips and maintenance like oil changes and so forth. Part of the AP exam is a cruise that you plan and submit to check your understanding. This will give you experience in actual planning and a way to let your instructor take a look at how you're doing things. For larger boats, another useful course is Radar for Boaters. This course is up to date for radar technologies available now and into the near future. The course covers different types of radar equipment, their capabilities and limitations, as well as their features and how they apply to the student's needs. It covers what you need to know about radar from high and where to mount the antenna, and also how to interpret the displays. Proper use of radar requires training and experience. The radar course book chapters include tuning your eye, early successes from simple techniques, the equipment, why radar works, controlling and interpreting the display, interfacing equipment and the integrated bridge, future adventures in navigation, future adventures in blind piloting, future adventures in collision avoidance, heavy weather, what can go wrong, and what you can do about it. Here are some examples of traditional monochrome recreational radars that are lower in price. The newer color radars have more capability, but regardless, you need room for at least a 20-inch radome antenna. All of these courses are based on over 100 years of prior boating educational offerings. Each course is developed by a team of experienced boaters and carefully reviewed by senior educational department leadership and edited by a dedicated publications committee. In 1939, USPS instructors taught navigation and allied subjects in squadron classes just as we do today. Thousands of members served in the Red Cross, Merchant Marine, and other war-related services, making significant contributions to assistance to our nation. Modern marine electronics can make boating safer, but any new technology requires some amount of training. Modern marine electronics have extensive capabilities. You must have training and experience to take full advantage of what electronics have to offer. Please consider these and other courses from America's Boating Club. If not the America's Boating Club, there's some other sources of training available. Get trained, get on your boat, and practice with what you have. We hope you benefited from this introduction to electronics training. Captain Farmer is a passenger vessel captain and has radar and sail endorsements on his Coast Guard license. Please share these free videos so that others can benefit from our training and experience. And like us as well, you can find us at Sailing Toucan River Navigation or sailingtoucan.org.